I discovered the typeface Belwe from Patagonia's never-changing logo. These are some vintage Patagonia ads that I personally really like. As someone who adores admiring and being in nature, Patagonia is a clothing brand I respect due to its mission to make quality clothing in the least harmful way. Since 2022, all profits not reinvested into the business have been given away to NGOs, nonprofits, and groups working to save public lands and help ocean restoration. Although not perfect, they continue to work towards their goal of trying to save our home planet through better aligning their business with this goal, promoting the reuse of clothing, donations, and support to those aiming to help our Earth. Belve Bold gives off the feel of ruggedness and reliability, which matches Patagonia's commitment to outdoor activity and quality. Belve is a serif, as seen in the queue, specifically in old style, with the thick serifs and low contrast between thick and thin. It has black letter influences with the thick vertical and thin horizontal connectors, seen better in the heavier weights. Fraktur influences, as shown in the K and R, and calligraphic influences, as shown with the angle serifs and reference marks made by pens, such as in the W. During the origin of the typeface, there was the Antiqua Fraktur dispute. Fraktur was commissioned in the early 1500s by Maximilian I, the Holy Roman Emperor. The Latin word fractura means a break, as indicated by the spaced strokes. This style of typeface is known as Gothic or Old German. The other black letter typeface style, Antiqua, originated between 1470 and 1600 and is identified by flowing strokes connecting the letters. In the late 1700s to late 1800s, in most countries that had previously used Fraktur, began to replace it with Antiqua, which led to much debate within Germany. This dispute ended in 1941 when Hitler abolished the use of Fraktur due to personal beliefs that it was of Jewish influence. This cultural context helps explain why Belve is an Antiqua typeface, but with influences from Fraktur. In 1913, Georg Belve, a German typographer and head of the typography department at the Leipzig Academy for Arts, designed the metal type Belve Antiqua for the German foundry Schelter and Giesecke in Dresden. Throughout 1914 to 1926, italics, black, and a set of inline caps were added to complete the family. In 1976, Le Rosette, a London foundry, loosely reinterpreted Belve Antiqua and named it Belve, starting with light, regular, medium, and bold. Then, in 1979, condensed was added. In 1981, Alan Meeks completed the Belve family by designing the italic, loosely based on the italic of Belve Antiqua. Multiple foundries made digital versions later, which is what is primarily used today. Both typefaces include a Venetian E, identified by the slant, and an A with a top serif. The main differences in the revival are a splayed M, an A without the top bar, and the V and W without base serifs. Belve Bold was initially developed for commercial use. Now it is prominently used in branding and logos, and its bold geometric shapes make it ideal for custom text and graphic design projects. Here are some interesting examples of Belve Bold in the wild. These are advertisements for the Apple II from 1977. This is a food market. You can find this font in the Gathering portion of this card game logo. Hearthstone uses the font for the card titles. The font can also be found in the Drift on the Sonic games. It is amazing to discover this font being utilized for such diverse needs and I look forward to possibly noticing Belva more in my day to day life now that I am more aware of it.